Hi, welcome to another edition of Johnston Health Talk. Today we have Mike Marvel and Teresa Black joining us to talk about the Johnston Health Foundation and the Portofino Derby Classic event and fundraiser, which is coming up on May 5th. Mike and his wife Pam moved to Clayton in November of 1982, at which time Mike became the golf pro and general manager of Pine Hollow Golf Club. He managed PHGC for the past 36 years until his retirement in December of 2017. And Mike is very active in the community whenever possible. He was a president of the Clayton Chamber for 3 years and has served on the board of directors numerous times. He currently serves as the Johnston Health Foundation board member and event chair for the Portofino Derby Classic. Mike's main focus right now is to help the Johnston Foundation spread the word and earn some money to do some great things. Terry Black moved here with her husband Ian about 5 years ago to Clayton from Ohio. She is currently the membership chair for the Rotary Club of Clayton and the program chair for the Clayton Women in Networking. She's a member of the Clayton Chamber of Commerce, where she serves on the Education Committee. Terry provides bookkeeping services to small companies in Clayton and enjoys making and selling unique, one-of-a-kind jewelry under the name of Steampunkista. Punkanista. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having us.
That's a big word to say.
Yes, it is.
Well, thank you both for joining us today, and I'm so excited to share the news about this event that's coming up and talk about the foundation and all the great things you're doing under the Johnston Health Foundation. So let's talk about the Derby first. Okay. What exactly is the Portofino Derby Classic?
Well, it's a very exciting event that is going to involve actual horse races. We have a fashion show. We're going to have horse events in one of the arenas of vaulting, and we're going to have vendors with food, beverages, just a wonderful day out in the sun, hopefully. And it's pretty exciting where the horse races are going to be 4 races, 3 horses per race. We have right now lined up 6 thoroughbreds to race, some 3/4 horses, and if we get lucky, we may get 3 Arabians. So it's going to be a very exciting event. The fashion show, which is really pretty neat. I think I'll let Terry talk a little bit about the fashion show if you would like.
This is one chance where
since she won.
Well, that was years ago, but I have to tell you that it's one of the things that women love to get dressed up. And so when we first came into town, we saw that they were having the Rotary Club at that point in time had one of the Derby Classics, so we decided to go. We went, and of course, not knowing anybody, we just dressed up. It was the most fantastic thing that we'd ever gone to. There was women all around dressed, and people in this area, just the women, we like to get dressed up when we don't have an opportunity to do that. So we get to go get our hats, don them on, get gorgeous dresses, and then we force our men to dress up very nicely like Mike is right now.
That's right.
And even the children, they can also get dressed as well. So it's just a fun family thing to do, and it just brings the whole family together.
Yeah, and Terry, a lot of people make their hats, right? Now you made your hat here, which is absolutely gorgeous.
Thank you.
And so it just brings so much fun to an event that helps to raise money to help others in the community with healthcare, and we'll talk more about those funds in a little bit. But
yes.
So the Rotary, which you're part of currently and have been since you moved here, originally sponsored the event, and Johnston Health Foundation has taken that over this year.
That's correct. Now, I can honestly say that, we enjoyed putting it on. It's a lot of work, but what Johnston Health is doing right now, it's just going to blow everybody away. It's just going to be phenomenal.
Yes, we're looking forward to it.
Me too.
Now, Mike, this is kind of like the Kentucky Derby, right? Well, I mean, not as elaborate, but along the same lines.
It's kind of like the Kentucky Derby party.
Okay.
The idea is we want everybody to come out and enjoy the Derby, which will be run at, I think it's like 6:35 in the evening, and we'll have various jumbotrons stationed around the barn and the main tent where people can watch the race. We can even bet on the race, which is actually a raffle. You can bet on the horse races, which are raffles. In other words, you bet on the horse that you want, and your bet goes into a pot. And if your horse wins, whoever else is in that pot with you, we draw the names out and a prize is given away. And we have some very, very nice prizes of value, $200, $250 values for the winners. So it's pretty exciting. And all the money from the betting or it goes to the charity. So you know, it's
Right.
very exciting. Let me give you a little rundown. Basically, the festivities start at 4. People will probably come. The gates are going to open up at 3. People start coming in 3:30. They'll go through the check-in, and at that point, the horse races will start at 4 o'clock. There'll be 4 races. They'll run 20 minutes apiece from the time they parade the horses around, clean the track up, tell everybody how exciting it's going to be, get them to bet. Then the race will be run, and then they start the next one. So it's really pretty cool, and it's a chance for the people to get to see something up close that they probably
Yeah.
haven't seen very often. So then the people will move from that point back towards the barn and the main tent, where most of the food and all the beverages and everything is, and that's when the fashion show will be at around, I believe it is 5:30 or 5:45. We have an MC, which is Gerald Owens from WRAL, and our mayor, Jody McLeod. We have various dignitaries, including, I think Miss Clayton is coming, I think, and that are going to do judging. And so, you know, it's going to be pretty exciting. Everybody will come through, go through the red carpet, have their picture taken, go outside. People will be out there trying to talk whoever they are to, you want to be in the fashion show? You look very pretty. You know,
That's right.
So it's just going to be a lot of fun. And once the race is run, the bets will be made on the race. Once the race is won, we'll give out the awards. Before the race, we'll give out all the awards for the fashion show. And after the race, we'll give out the awards for the race. And then everybody can go home before dark.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
Does. And there's going to be so many people there. I know in the past you've had attendance around 1,500, Terry, is from my research. And so we're hoping, you know, for even more this year. It's going to be a great time. So have you sold quite a few tickets already?
Well, we have. We're getting started. I think people always like to wait till the last
Right.
minute and look, but I feel pretty certain we're going to have 1,200 to 1,500 people there.
Yeah.
And that'll be a nice crowd.
And I think we should mention, we have not mentioned where this is being held. So the Derby is at the Portofino subdivision, right there at Flowers Plantation in Clayton, in their Equestrian Center, which you say barn, and it's more kind of like,
Yeah, it's a fabulous
yeah,
place.
that's top notch. It's going to be absolutely gorgeous. Their property is gorgeous. There's plenty of room for parking and for people to come out and enjoy the event. And you mentioned families can come. It's for everybody. It's not geared towards children, but it's for the family if you want to bring them along. If not, you want to have a little more fun without
And
them.
we have prizes for the best dressed child.
Children as well?
As well, yeah. And it's just, it's going to be a fun day, just a fun day.
Well, let's talk about the fund that the reason we're doing this event, and not only to have a good time, but to also raise money for the Angel Fund through the Johnston Health Foundation. Tell us a little bit about that.
Well, the Angel Fund actually, according to the literature, is for patients struggling financially with the smallest unmet needs can hinder cancer care. Well, I mean, the bottom line is our whole goal is to help the patients that are in need of our hospitals in Johnston County. Yeah. We have one in Clayton and in Smithfield. They're fabulous hospitals, rated in the top 25 in the state, and top 20 actually. And you know, everybody has needs that they can't meet just through insurance, or if they don't have insurance, and the hospital doesn't turn people away. And so, you know, there has to be funds to take care of that. And that's, you know, that's my main focus, and everybody on the foundation, I believe, is to help those folks.
Definitely.
And there's like 5 different organizations or funds that they go to, but this year it's the Angel Fund, which is for cancer patients.
You're right. And yeah, and from what I've read, cancer is the second leading cause of death in Johnston County. So I mean, that brings that right to home. And Johnston County is ranked 51st out of 100 North Carolina counties for our cancer rate. So there's so many people that are being helped in our county for cancer care. You know, we have the medical oncology and the radiation oncology, and those patients don't have to travel to the city to get that care. It's right there. And we want to be able to help them with anything, you know, whether it's transportation or prescriptions or whatever we can by having these funds. And really, people, you know, donating to these funds really is just giving back to the community. It really is.
And there's so many things you don't think about. I mean, in cancer situations, there's things like wigs and prosthesis.
Right.
Well, those things are very expensive, and most people, they're not covered. So they've got to have a way to get the funds for that, and that's what we try to do.
Well, and of course, I will mention that you could go to our website, to johnstonhealth.org, under the foundation. You'll see all the different funds, and we'll talk more about those funds and how you donate if anybody wants to give back, or just come to the event and have a good time and bet on the horses and give back that way as well. I think it's going to be just so much fun, and I think everybody will have a good time just putting their outfits together, as we can see how you guys are dressed today. And if you want to know how to dress, Mike, you wanted to mention the different contests that are available during the event.
Our committee has come up with some great titles. We have Classic Kentucky, with the most classic Kentucky Derby ensemble of best dressed woman, okay? And then we have Dapper Dan, the best gents pants, shirt, tie ensemble. I don't feel like I have a tie on, but I got a tie on. Okay, and then Too Hot to Trot. We won't talk about that, but that's woman's hat. We have Hatitude, which is the best made-up hat. And we have the Daily Double, which is best styling couple. And so, I mean, I think it's just sort of a fun thing, an appeal thing. So we're hoping that all the ladies that come through want to get in, and drag their husbands in and get them in. And so it'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, I don't think they'll have to drag them too much, especially if you're going to have the wonderful food and all the beverages that you're going to be having. I don't think there'll be a problem whatsoever. I know
No,
for a
you're
fact.
right.
So Terry, being a committee member, how has your involvement been with this, or putting the event together?
Our involvement basically comes through with the Rotary Club, because we were approached that, since we had done it before, we'd be able to assist as far as helping, as far as, ticket sales. And of course, in my personal life, I'm always wanting to give back to the community. So for me, this just was a no-brainer, like I said. So that is the involvement. We want to make sure that this has as many people buying tickets as all possible. The Rotarians, we love to give back to the community, and of course we want to help Johnston Health, so we're excited.
Yeah.
And then, I've passed it on to the Women in Win. Actually, one of the members, she used to be on the board of the Angel Fund, so she's all excited. So it's definitely got some excitement going on in the community.
And let's talk about the general admission. So there's different categories as far as your attendance. There's general admission, and then you can buy VIP. Is that correct?
Yes, general admission tickets are $50 a piece.
Okay.
Basically, that includes the food and 2 adult beverages or all the non-alcoholic beverages that you want, and all of the festivities, okay? And then there's the VIP Jockey Club tickets, which are $100 a piece. And for that, you get to come into an area we have that is designated as the Jockey Club, which has additional food catering, along with an additional bar. And in the Jockey Club, there's no limit for the adult beverages.
Oh, okay.
So, and we
That's
have
just the
nice
VIP.
chairs for people to sit around in if they
Very nice.
want to hang out and watch the race. And it's beautiful because it's in the barn itself. So as you go down the hallway for lack of a better term, all the horse stalls are on each side all the way down. And of course, unfortunately, the horses won't be in there. It'd be fun if they were, but they get a little spooky when
All
there's
those
too much
people,
noise going
yeah.
on. So, but I mean, it's really a neat venues to be in. And like I say, we have 5 caterers. We have that are going to have different kinds of food. Most of the time, it'll be something that you can carry around, along with your beverage, and just enjoy the festivities with it. But there's a lot of things for people to do. We have an area for the kids that they'll have. I'm trying to think of the name of the group, but they're not going to take care of have the kids. It's not like a daycare center, but it's
Right.
something for the children to do if they want to do it. So
Okay.
a little bit of everything.
And I just wanted to repeat where this is. So the Portofino Derby Classic And it's Saturday, May 5th, starting at 3:30. Gates open at 3. It's at the Portofino Equestrian Center, which is 213 Portofino Drive, and that's in Clayton in the Flowers Plantation area. And I just do want to mention, too, if people are interested in sponsoring, I know you've got several sponsors. There's, First Citizens, Johnston Health, of course. There's just so many to mention them all, but we appreciate everybody's donation. But they can find out more information.
We can certainly use more.
Yes, we certainly can use more, and they can call 919-938-7169 for more information on that as well. So, but we do appreciate it. They couldn't do it without the sponsors, that's for sure.
No, we certainly can't, and we're hoping for ticket sales, but our goal, and we're hoping we reach it, is to make $100,000 in a one-day event for the patient's needs. So that makes it pretty exciting, and we've had a lot of people chip in.
Great. And Mike, let's talk about a few of the other funds that the foundation has. I know there's several funds that if people want to donate or just to make people aware that they're out there and all the great things that the foundation is doing for the community.
Well, one of the most exciting things that we have is the hospice house.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, when the hospice house was built in Johnston County, it's just been great. It's an unfortunate place to have to be, but it does such a wonderful job of taking care of not only the patient but the families. And it's, the foundation supports that. You have the new fund, the Heart Fund, which we just started because, heart problems are a major thing. I can attest to that. But we have our own heart cath now at
Yes.
Johnston Memorial, and which is fantastic. We have a patient assistance fund, which that sounds a little bit like it overruns, but it's just sort of the one that doesn't get caught by the Angel Fund or the Healthy Kids Fund. The Healthy Kids Fund is a pretty exciting one too, because it's just a way that we get the youth to start being on the right direction with diet and exercise and so on. And so, these are just great ways to try to make things better for the people of our community.
Yeah, and you mentioned the Heart Fund, the Angel Fund, the Hospice Fund, and the Patient Assistance Fund. They're all pretty much have the same goal, and really to help those people. We just kind of focus, like whether it's a cancer patient or in hospice house or need hospice care, just really kind of giving a direction to those funds. But really, they're all doing the same thing and really helping people as they're going through their treatments and helping them with the things that insurance doesn't cover.
Well, like the statistic I'm looking at right here, 80% of the individuals nearing the end of their life are on Medicare, which does not cover room and board costs for hospice care, and that's what the hospice house is all about.
Yeah.
And it's a need, and when if you're in that situation, you certainly can't work and earn more money. So.
Right. And with the inpatient hospice in the hospice house, I think the goal really is to let the family spend quality time with their loved one at the end of life. Yeah. And by having the skilled nurses there and the staff and all the volunteers to help, take care of all those medical needs, and then the patient can just focus on your loved one.
Definitely.
And I've heard such wonderful things about it.
With dignity and comfort.
Exactly.
Yes, definitely so.
So, well, this is just wonderful information, and I hope that people will go out and look at our website at johnstonhealth.org under Foundation, and really read up on these funds, read up on all the events that we're doing to raise money to help the people in our community. And I just want to be sure everybody does have the information again, which is the Derby, May 5th, which is a Saturday, coming up here really quick at the Portofino subdivision at their Equestrian Center, so right here in Clayton, Flowers Plantation. And that event will kick off between 3 and 3:30 and go to about 7:30, and I think everybody will have a great time. And they can buy tickets online now or at the door. Can you buy them at the door?
You can.
Okay.
We encourage people to buy them online because
Okay.
it'll be just that much quicker that you can get in. But
Yeah. Well, good. And so what do you guys have left to do to wrap up
Actually-
for this event?
Actually, we'll take tickets any way they want to go.
That's right.
Okay.
That's right.
We'll figure out how to get it to you. all right?
That's right. Show up in your outfit and just come. Terry, are you guys working on anything else at this point, or you're just everything's set and ready to go?
As far as we're concerned, we're just making sure that we're trying to sell the tickets, to try to help them out. So that's what
Yeah.
our goal is right now. So.
And we're getting a lot of support from the Rotary in volunteers and other groups like the Junior Women's Club, and I can't name them all, but we probably have 75 to 80 volunteers for this event. And it's a big organizational headache. No, it's fun, but it's something that you need that kind of support, and we're getting that, and we appreciate the Rotary doing that, because they, like I say, they did it for 3 years. It's a lot of work, but they're jumping right back in, and we're happy about that.
Happy
Wonderful.
to help, definitely.
Thank you both for joining today and telling us all about this great event and all the great funds of the foundation. And Mike, you want to add something?
Yeah, I want to read off the 2018 calendar events that
Okay,
are
great.
left, if I could.
Sure.
Of course, we have the Classic, and Saturday is the annual Champions 5K, 10K race.
Oh, right, that's right.
And then we have the We Care, We Share campaign, which is in August, 1st through the 31st. Annual golf tournament is September 28th. That's always something that raises a lot of money for
Yes.
our events. Have a tribute bluegrass concert, which is tentative this year, but it was highly attended last year, I believe. The annual social, well, you guys don't get to go to that. So. The Gobble Waddle 5K, 10Ks. Now, I'm not real sure what that is, but it sure sounds like it's going to be interesting. And Giving Tuesday and Year-End Giving, which starts November 27th. So at that time on a Tuesday, we advertise it and everybody gives some money on Tuesday
Right.
for a good event. And then the final event is the Hospice Tree of Light ceremony, which is December
Which is
the 3rd.
beautiful, yeah. Very nice. Well, thank you so much, and thank you for sharing this information. And again, I'm going to repeat this one more time. The Portofino Derby Classic is Saturday, May 5th, starting at 3:30. Portofino Equestrian Center, 213 Portofino Drive, and that's in Clayton. And we look forward to seeing you all there and joining us again for another edition of Johnston Health Talk. Thank you so much.
Thank you.